Good morning. Hello, everybody. Let me fix a couple things. Hello. Let me see. Can everyone see me, hear me? I'm running a little bit behind this morning. Hello, everyone. It is Friday, February 18th, 2022. I hope everyone has had a great week. Let me see. I'm going to roll the intro and then we're going to talk a little bit. Good morning, everybody. Okay. Hello. It's been a little bit. How is everyone? Oh, thank you, Kelly. This is my dirty hair, don't care, it's Friday kind of look today. Good morning. Let's see. Megan asks how my knee is. It's horrible. I'm getting a second opinion on Monday. So, I did not get a good answer from my MRI. I'm not happy. They gave me a shot, told me I should feel like dancing out of there. Let's just say I don't feel like dancing or walking or standing. Hello, everybody. It has been a week. Okay, a couple of notes. I have listed things down below for you guys. There's a blog hop going on at Simon Says Stamp today and tomorrow, so definitely come back tomorrow and check that out. There's prizes all along the hop, which is awesome. I always like to let you guys know when there are giveaway opportunities, so please definitely check that out. There's a link to my post today. I also had a new video go up this morning that shows lots of stenciling and all of that good stuff, so definitely check that out. I did just see someone say this is their first live. Hello. If this is your first live, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the chat. I always love to know when we have first-time attendees. And I also want to make mention now, please like, subscribe, do all of those things. It helps me so much. So thank you so much. Laura says I should not be walking on it at all. You know, they have not even offered up, like, should I get crutches or anything like that? It's kind of ridiculous. So yeah, I'm not very happy with the doctor, but that's okay. Some more first lives. That is awesome. Hello. I love seeing all of the first timers. Okay, so Simon Says Stamp blog hop today. Check that out. Click the link, go leave comments on all of the stops along the hop for more chances to win. I also want to mention really quick, and I'm probably going to flip the camera around, that Altenew brought out fabric. That was a blog hop that happened yesterday. That is still going on. There's still chances to win. I know not everybody is like a fan of sewing or anything like that. There are some great examples of projects you can do that don't include sewing. So definitely go check out the Altenew blog hop. I do have a link. I think I linked to the blog hop. I linked to the fabric for sure. I just wanted to show you guys, I made like this little zippered pouch. I like to sew and quilt, so I just wanted to make mention because it is kind of fun. Just like it's a little flat storage pouch. So this is one of the projects I made. These are all 5 fabrics that come in the fat quarter bundle, which are really, really pretty. They're obviously very Altenew-ish with their florals and things like that. And then I am going to flip the camera around to show you my other project. Let's move today's card out of the way real quick. I'm really excited to share that. So it is one of those, oh, maybe I need to zoom out. Hold on. Let me see. Let's zoom out just a tad. Okay, so this is like a zipper pull down pouch for pens or markers. I just followed a tutorial that I found on YouTube. I have linked to it over on my blog, so if you want to create something similar, hopefully if you sew or whatever, you can check that out. it was just really fun. The fabrics are really, really pretty and fun, and I just wanted to share those really quick because that is something new from Altenew. I do want to mention that I had seen someone leave a comment that they thought it was kind of, I don't want to say the wrong word, but like that it was odd maybe is what they said. And it's actually not very odd for stamp companies or paper companies to go the fabric route. I'm going to give you a couple of big examples. Basic Gray and My Mind's Eye both have fabric lines. I think Basic Gray is with Moda Fabrics, and I think that, which is a huge fabric company, and I believe My Mind's Eye is with Riley Blake, which is another huge fabric company. So it's really kind of common, and I love seeing some of their beautiful print or their ideas translated into fabric. Okay, I am going to flip the camera around and just show you today's Simon Says Stamp blog hop cards, and then I did do a poll this week asking if you guys wanted to see some more of Bibi's Butterflies collection from Spellbinders. I did a couple of cards, I believe, last week. And I asked what from the release you wanted to see. And the majority vote was for the pop-up butterfly, but there were votes for the other products as well. So I did incorporate them into the card, but it's going to be a lot of how to create that pop-up butterfly inside. Yes, Lynn, thank you. Tim Holtz has a fabric line as well, which is grungy fabric. It's really, really awesome. He had a spiderweb fabric I think it came out this last year in 2021. I really, really loved it. I didn't end up buying it, but I considered it. I just didn't have a quilt to do anything with it, but I'm probably going to regret it eventually because I really liked the fabric. Doodlebug, yes, Doodlebug has fabric. I actually have a lot of Doodlebug fabric. So there's a lot of fabric from our favorite paper designers. Okay, let me see really quick. Yep. Laura says with a meniscus tear, you're supposed to be off your feet. Totally didn't tell me if it's completely torn. He said it looks like it might be a little torn. They're supposed to send me my MRI, and I'm going to have the second surgeon look at it. So we'll see. Let me see. And Laura, I have been resting a ton. I cannot even tell you how many naps I take and how often I put my leg up. So I know I have had a lot of projects. A lot of it was pre-done. But I have, I've rested a lot because I'm just tired. Hobbling around is hard. Yes. Wendy also mentioned Tim has fabric. Absolutely. There's so much good fabric. Okay. Oh, let me see. I just missed a comment. Tracy says she has some of the Basic Gray fabric. Jessie, I'm not going to do a video on the Brother Scan and Cut right now. I know I've had a lot of requests. I don't feel like I am qualified quite yet to do a video on that. Every time I'm just now getting to where I don't have to look up the instructions for what I do. I only do one thing on it. So I would really like to get a little more comfortable with it before I do a video. But I'll consider it. I might do like a short or something if you want to know how to like scan and cut your stamped images, but I probably won't do an in-depth video. Brienne says she wants to buy all the fabric but can't sew. That is so funny. Yes. Naps are good. We heal better when we sleep, Kelly says. I agree. At least I hope that's going to be working. I will say my leg felt better yesterday. It feels pretty good today. It still hurts, but it does feel better. Yeah, Finella7 says that's true. It's exhausting when your body doesn't function as you're used to. It is so true. Let me see. I'm going to flip the camera around and I'm going to show you my Simon cards, and then we're going to make a butterfly card today. So I just wanted to share really quick because I used lots of new products from the Good Luck Charm release. Lots of stenciling. This also features the Hero Arts Glitz Hero Paste. You guys, I'm addicted. I love this paste. It is so, so good. It creates fabulous glittery texture. I just ink blended with new Simon Says Stamp Positively Saturated inks. There's 15 new colors, which is really exciting. This is like the daffodil background. Lots of big greetings. Layered clovers, I believe, is the name of this one. Interlocking circles. This is a 4-piece stencil. I did use a little glitz glitter gel for part of it. I love this one. It kind of gives me the quilting vibes. So does another one of these stencil sets. This is the confetti, which I love. It can be confetti, but you could also like make it bokeh circles, and it's a 3-piece stencil set. I also used some of the Hero glitter paste, pardon me, for one of the layers here after I ink blended it. And then this is the, oh, and I completely forgot the name of this one. I knew I'd forget one. Let me see. I have a cheat sheet. It is the Radiating Squares. So that's the Radiating Squares, and it is a 4-piece set. And I also use a little bit of glitz glitter gel for the final layer here. It's a 4-piece stencil. So that is the Simon blog hop that's going on today. Let me see really quick. Missing the hearts, Monique says. Yeah, a couple of them have a couple of little hearts. I decided to take a little break from my hearts. Let me see. Oh, Mandy says her 4-year-old daughter is watching and said, oh, the sparkles. I love that. And Brienne says glitter all the things. Absolutely. Okay. Actually, let me grab my other cards with the Spellbinders butterfly collection just to show you guys. So last week I made these butterfly shaped cards, and I think it's just a little easier sometimes to see them live, or you know, when I'm holding them up or whatever, than just the flat photo, just for size and scale. So this is a 5x7 butterfly. Bibi really, it was important to her. I know she and I talked a little bit, and it was really important to her that the size of her dies were not super teeny tiny, which I love. She really worked hard with Spellbinders so that it was easier for kind of crafters at all levels to work with the dies because they're not so tiny, which I appreciate. I think that that was really smart. So this is a 5x7, and I just wanted to show compared to the A2 that I'm making today, but it's a shaped card. Lots of florals. It's so pretty. I have a video for this on my channel if you want to see exactly how I made that one. And then just to show the size and scale, maybe I should hold them by each other. This is more of the A2 size. It's also butterfly shaped. It's a little bit smaller, but you can see it'll fit in an A2 size envelope. So that is some of the products from her release. We're going to be using a whole lot more for today's card. Oh, I have a battery warning. Thanks, guys. I'm so glad you mentioned that. I forgot to plug it in. It should go away now. Yay! Holly, that is fine that you're running late. I am running late too. Yes, guys, I checked the chat. Thank you. Definitely, if you ever see that again, let me know. Sometimes I forget to plug all the things in. Let me see. I'm going to double check that I think it's good now. If you see the warning again, let me know. All right. So this is the card we're going to create today. I actually am going to combine some stenciling with my butterflies, and part of the reason I chose stenciling today is the pop-up inside the card is pretty thick. So let me hold it like this. So you can see when it goes in your envelope, it is going to be really, I don't want to say really thick, but I definitely don't want to add more layers on top because it's really going to get hard to fit in an envelope. Let me grab. This is probably not the color of envelope I would use, but I do want to show you how it will just fit in an A2 size envelope. So like this, it fits fine. Well, normally. It fits good. but I think too many more layers and it is going to get so super thick. So stenciling is my answer to that, and we are going to be stenciling the front with this fun rainbow, and I have a really fun hack for border stencils for that. And then we're going to do the inside of the card as well, because that's where the pop-up is. And I'm going to show you how to assemble the pop-up. So I think kind of overwhelming, the request was to show how to use this. I think it is a tiny bit tricky. Hopefully showing you guys in real time will help with how that is assembled. But it's really fun. And I will tell you that I did multiples, like here's like my tester. It's a little torn up. Don't look at it too close. I did a couple of testers. This was the one I actually kept. And after doing it a couple times, I definitely think it got easier to put together. Yep, Anna says extra postage if you're going to mail that card. You definitely might have to. Let's see. Butterfly Binge, DK Sherby says, thank you, Lori. She says, gorgeous stenciling. Okay, let me see if I had anything I missed really quick. Oh, hello, Lori Callahan. It's our first time on the chat. I am so glad you're here. All right, the other big thing I'm going to do today to save paper, space, all that good stuff, is I'm actually going to stencil right on my card base. So I'm not going to put any layering paper on. And let's just go ahead and get our stenciling done, so we can build some pretty butterflies. So there's a lot of ink blending today. Let me move that. All right. Also, I'm getting my stool. I might be a slight bit slower today, you guys, but we'll do our best. And let's see if I can knock all of my things on the floor. This is what real life is. Okay, the stencil is not actually a rainbow stencil. It is a border stencil from Lawn Fawn. All of the supplies I'm using are linked down in the description below the video, so please definitely check that out. I believe it's like the Hills stencil. Now this is a slimline. I picked the slimline. You can also do this with a regular 6x6. I picked slimline so that I could go across my card base a little bit easier. All right. I'm going to just kind of copy what I did for my sample card. So I kind of did like a purple, pink, pinky red. It's more of a pastel rainbow, I'd say. So we're going to start with some sweets. I'm just going to turn that. And then what I would say if you want to do something similar, so I definitely don't want my line like stopping right out here in the middle. So I kind of tried to pick a spot. Let me zoom out. I zoomed in too close. There we go. I want to pick a spot kind of close here on my left side. And then I just want to make sure it's kind of hanging off the edge over here. And we're going to start with this Sweets ink. I'm just going to tap a little bit off. And then we're going to ink blend right along here. So I tend to go a little wider out here at the, well, it's going to be at the top of what we're doing. And I'm just going to work all the way along this. I'm not going to fold my card. I am using a pre-cut and scored card, but I'm not going to fold it yet because that'll give us a funny little line. We're going to wait to do that till later. All right. Now the one thing about reusing this stencil over and over, just make sure you're wiping it clean. I'm going to give it a good scrub when I'm done. I'm just going to use a microfiber cloth right now to clean it as we are working. This is one of the new Simon Says stamp colors. This is Carnation. And then what I like to do is I'm just going to leave my stencil kind of in that same general shape, I guess. And I'm going to kind of do this. This one is the trickiest one, I think. I think I also maybe didn't do this exactly like the last one. We'll make it work. So we're going to do a little pink next. Let me get my pink blending brush. And we can kind of fix anything. I'm not doing my best job blending, you guys. We might have to do a little fixing. And we're just going to continue this all the way across the panel. So now I would definitely go back with my purple. I don't think I need to add my stencil. I can be careful. There, that looks a little bit nicer. Let's see. Denise said she was worried that she ruined her stencil mat because she couldn't get the pink off, but now she sees it's okay. Yes, for sure. It stains. Mine is, both of mine. I have both this one and the mini one, and they are both so stained, but they work great, so it's all good. We're going to use a little pucker. Yes, Lori Callahan says she loves the true pink. Absolutely. I really love the new colors here from Simon, and that is a true pink. It's really pretty. There's also more of a true red. There's like a cherry. There's also like a watermelon, which I think are both definitely more red. They're really pretty. All right, let me make sure. Hello, hello. Hello, everybody, just joining. Oh, Christy says she just ordered the Simon Says Stamp brushes and she is excited to get them. That is awesome. Jessie says she has that Lawn Fawn stencil. Yay! Yeah, this is not new. I always love finding new uses for products that I already have, and this is one of my favorites. I did a card, it's probably been like 4 years ago now, that's kind of similar. But yeah. Marie Frankie says, what stained the mat? Pink ink. Pink or red ink. I think it was a pink ink. Sharon wants to know if the large butterfly fits in the Gemini or Gemini Junior. I do not have them, so I don't know. It's kind of it's about a 5x7 die. I mean, it's not going to be exactly, since it's butterfly shaped. So if your die cutting machine will take a die that size, then it should fit. Sorry, I don't have all the machines, so I'm not always sure. This is the Cantaloupe color, which is going to be our orange. And it's totally okay if it's not perfect. We're just going to do our best here today. Even the one I did, my sample, is not exactly perfect. And you can kind of hide some of that with any embellishments that you add in this center. So many are saying your mats are stained. Yes. Yeah, Alberto, the ink pads are so pretty. And the new colors are really fun. Lots of greens in this release, but also lots of great pinks. So if you were looking for some really good pinks, because I almost feel like the last release was more purpley after I used them. I mean, I used it as a purple today. That was one of the colors I used, the first color I used. And this is a little Sunbeam. When doing this or doing anything where you're going to have an interactive pop-up element in the center of your card, you want to make sure and do anything that you're going to do for your card first. So there's going to be stenciling here on the front and on the inside. So we can chat for a bit while I'm doing all of my inking. Okay, good. It's the Little Things in Card Making said the Gemini Junior has a 6-inch opening so the die will fit. Thank you so much for letting me know that. I wanted to say yes, but I also don't ever want to tell you guys the wrong thing if I don't have the machine and I can't check it myself. This is some Sprout. And I can totally tell quality control is not here today because I started my rainbow a little lower than I would have liked, but that's okay. Yes, Alberto, they blend really, really nicely. I love them. And then we're going to use a little surf. Anna says stained mats means happy crafters. I like that. Yes, for sure. I got my ink tower. I'm going to tumble down here. And really, you could cover the entire inside of this with ink if you wanted to. I just kind of like to do it more of a little rainbow. All right, so there's the inside, and that is going to be this part. That's kind of close. Now, before I fold this, I am going to flip it over. I do want to make sure that I am not going to get ink anywhere. I think that's just staining. And we want to stencil the front. So I want it to look like this, but I don't want it to be on the back of the card. So all I'm going to do, you can use like a large Post-it or kind of scrap paper or whatever you want, or maybe did not get a long enough piece of tape. So there's that. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to cover this side while we do a similar effect with our same colors of ink. And I think I'll just start kind of down here at the bottom for this one, since I already have my blue, and we're just going to build it up. So I'm kind of creating the same effect with the design being so heavy on the inside of the card today. I kept the front of the card quite a bit more simple. So it's going to feature like the big greeting and a couple of small butterflies, but the majority of the embellishments inside today. And Odin is here to sniff around, I guess, and see what we're doing. All right. I might have to re-ink this, but we might just go for it. Oh, that looks pretty good. And let's grab a little of our Sunbeam. So I hope this kind of maybe inspires you if you have some border stencils similar to this, because I know that there's lots of companies that have some that are kind of similar that you can maybe try to create your own rainbows. Yes, Christine says it's hard the first time you stain your mat. Absolutely. Hello, Cindy. It is totally fine that you're late. Let's see. Craft and Mama says, I'm confused by all the different butterfly dies from Spellbinders. Is it just the sizes? Yes, I will try to show you. I don't think I have them all in here. The largest set is to make cards. It's even called a card creator. So it's more thinking that you will create shaped cards with it. Then there is a set that also has some bigger sizes, but they're going to fit more on your A2 sized cards. And then some of the dies coordinate with the stamp set, which I am going to use. I mean, it has a lot of different sizes. And then there's a set that has layering butterflies, which we're also going to use today. And then there's the pop-up butterfly. Yeah, let's see. Yep, and Alberto was answering that question too about the sizes of butterflies. Thank you. Because She just, I think, tried to create a lot of different choices depending on how you might like to create. So you wouldn't need them all. You can kind of pick and choose maybe what interests you the most. But I do know from visiting with her that one of the biggest things was she did not want tiny pieces. So everything is going to be sized and scaled a little bit bigger. Like, for example, my sets have some really teeny tiny pieces. I wish I had thought to ask not to have them so small, to be honest. I told her I thought that was brilliant. I think it's really, really smart. All right, we about have my rainbow. There's some pink. And I'm not going to clean it because we're just going to go straight to the purple. And I might need some more ink. Let me see. Let me... Oh, thank you guys. Vanessa says she's a sucker for butterflies and wants them all. Yes. So this is funny. I didn't realize it until I scheduled this live this week that the last time I did a live, I also did butterflies. So we must be on a butterfly kick. It was not intentional, but worked out that way. But I think butterflies are always a good idea. All right, I'm going to set this aside. Now, the one other thing I did, and I don't know if you guys saw this, is I actually layered some other stenciling over the top, just doing a tone on tone because I thought it added a little bit of added interest. So we're going to do that really quick. And this is, I can't even remember. It's like circles and stars. It's a stencil from Simon Says Stamp. And I literally just picked something that had stars in it. It doesn't need to be super precise. I simply wanted there to be a little bit of layering. And it can be really light. I'm not even going to re-ink these right now. Oh, that might have been the wrong color. Oh, well. So you can kind of see how that looks layered. Let's go ahead and do like the purple over the pink and purple section. You don't even have to really do all the colors if you don't want. Now, I don't want to contaminate. Let's wipe off some of that purple. I felt like I had to clean my stencil a ton. That's all right. And just like that. That looks good to me. That adds extra interest and extra fun. All right. Let me pull off my Post-it tape. We're going to save this. Use it for something else. And let's go ahead and do the inside really quick because I want them to match. I don't always do the insides of my cards, so I would love to know, do you guys do decorate the insides of your cards? I occasionally get requests to show more of that, and I don't always decorate the insides of mine, so I would love to hear from you guys and know if you do that. Christine, yes, there is a schedule. I go live on Fridays at 9. Every once in a while, I have to cancel. I canceled last week. I injured my leg, my knee, I guess I should say. But other than that, I will always let you know on my community page if we're not going live, but I go live Fridays at 9 a.m. Central. Oh, thank you, Luna. Let's see. Tiny hearts would look great on this as well. Carrie says, absolutely. I completely agree. And you can see that I was not super precise with this at all. I just kind of went for it. Let's go ahead and do purple. And if some of them get kind of in that white area, I actually kind of like it. some of them will probably get covered up, but all right. Stenciling is done. Let's work on our butterfly. I am going to just set this aside for, well, let's ink it up, I guess, because we are going to ink our butterfly too. I'm going to go ahead and just fold my card. And I always like to take a bone folder and make sure my crease is really good. And we're just going to set that aside for a second. Cindy says she has an alarm for Friday Lives. That's awesome. No naked insides or envelopes, Sally Powers says. I love that. That is so funny. Let's see. Let me see if there's anything. All right. Next, I have my little muffin tin of pieces. So let's talk about the pop-up first, and then we'll do the rest of the butterflies. So here is the pop-up set. I'm going to show you what dies you get. In the pop-up, you're going to get the piece that actually creates the pop-up shape. So I've die cut that from some white cardstock. You're going to get both of the wings. So this is going to be this solid wing shape right here. I die cut mine from white, and we're going to ink it up to customize it, but you could do this from pattern paper, from cardstock, anything like that. And then you take this piece and you're going to die cut these together, and that is going to give you these two pieces, which are the layering pieces for the butterfly. So that's going to be this piece and this piece. And finally, you get the scored butterfly body. And the reason this is important is because it scores it right down the center. You don't have to try to fold it yourself, which makes it easy to fold and place inside. Let me see. Oh, Jessie says she got the Brothers Scan and Cut from Amazon and got it the next day. That's awesome. Laura, this muffin tin was, I believe it was from We Are Memory Keepers. I've had it for like 10 years, so it is not new. I doubt it's still available. I'm so sorry. All right. The decorative piece here, I need to pop out some of these, which I can do here in a minute. You don't actually need this piece on the layering, so I'm just going to take my scissors and snip this off. And we are going to spend a minute with the assembly, because this is, I think, is the trickiest part of the pop-up card. So I hope that doing it in real time shows you. I know when I was trying to figure it out, I had to watch the video and it was sped up, and I had to watch it so many times. I might just be a little slow too, you guys. DK Sherby says, is the Scan and Cut hard to use? It is not hard to use. I just can't ever remember how to use it because I don't use it enough. Yes, Lori says she just started putting sentiments on the insides of her cards. That's awesome. Oh, good. It's the Little Things in Card Making says her son is finally coming home in June. That is amazing. So happy for you. Now, you don't have to do this step, but I'm going to tell you why. So remember, I just cut off from the score line for the layering butterfly piece. That is where the adhesive goes, and I find that the adhesive does not stick very well to inked up butterflies. If you were going to use solid cardstock or pattern paper, you would not need to do this at all, but I just want to protect it because I think the naked cardstock is going to work a lot better, and I won't have as many problems when I try to assemble my butterfly. So I did a lot of customization today just because I wanted everything to coordinate. We're going to use Sprout. Let me move these. Sprout and Surf on this butterfly really quick. And I'm just simply going to ink blend these two colors together on the base of my butterfly. All the layering pieces I'm using today are going to be left white. And let's see. Luna asked what scissors. These are Tim Holtz's long shear scissors. They are amazing if you need to cut off something. I don't use these a ton, but I love them when I have to cut something long. But they're tonic scissors from Tim Holtz. That is so awesome. 7 years of deployment. Thank you so much for his service. If you would please give him my thanks. That is awesome, these coming home. Let's see. Yes, Cindy says she uses a muffin tin from the kitchen. That will work too. I have just had this a really long time. And funny story, I almost got rid of it until I started doing these lives, and I went and dug it out of my giveaway my giveaway box because I was like, you know what? I think I could use that. It'll help me keep me organized, and it really does. I use it other times now as well. All right, we have this inked up. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold on the score line. Yes, Susie says give him all of our thanks. Let me see. Oh my gosh, Teresa says Hobby Lobby has those scissors 40% off every other week. Thank you for sharing that. That is so good to know. I sometimes forget to check Hobby Lobby. All right, I use my bone folder a lot. I do want to preface this video with I use my bone folder a lot because on the score lines it's important. So remember, we trimmed off those pieces for the butterfly. Let me make sure anything that I pop out all these little pieces. You guys should see my floor. I think that my son is going to have a vacuuming job here after a bit because it is bad. Oh, and yes, the Delta Crafter says the Tim Holtz scissors now have black runner handles. That is good to note. Mine are old. I did notice that. I like the black better. Norma, my scissors have not gotten dull. So I don't know if they dull or not. I use mine a lot. So I only run a little thin line of glue right at the body, and then your tweezers, your reverse tweezers are going to be your best friends for this. So I'm just simply going to glue my layering piece in place for both. I like to leave the wings where they can move. I think you probably could glue them completely down if you wanted to, but I like that little extra lift. And I've got 2 sets of tweezers, so we're just going to clamp both of those right now. Wanda says she gets herself in trouble with having Hobby Lobby so close. That's hilarious. I love it. Mine is not that close, and I just haven't gone in a while. Okay, so here is the magic piece that adheres and makes your butterfly pop up. So we're going to fold it in half first. And if you guys want to see this more than once, please let me know in the chat. We'll just kind of fold it and refold it so you can see. But we're going to kind of do an accordion fold so far on those long sections. Delta Crafter says black rubber handles. Autocorrect. Isn't that the truth? Why does autocorrect pick the strangest words? My oldest son and I, we text in quite a bit, and we are always laughing about what autocorrect thinks we're trying to say. Let me see. Yes, Christine says Tim wants everything to be black, LOL. Me too. That's funny. I love these scissors, and so I use them a lot. All right, then it's got these little short pieces. So maybe I can show you guys on this. See how it kind of, well, that's not the best example. There, it creates kind of 2 little boxes. So what happens is we're going to attach the butterfly And then these little short pieces are going to fold. They also have score lines, so let's just fold those up. And what they do, this helped me. I don't know if this is the right terminology, but it's like you're trying to create two little square boxes. So here's what the mechanism will look like on the back of the butterfly. It's just getting your butterfly attached to this that I think can be tricky. I had these folded every which way. In fact, I'm not going to show you the wrong way because I don't want to confuse you. This is how it needs to look. So let me hold it like this. I think folding it up the way it goes first helped me a lot. I hope that that helps you guys. Hi, Cassie, just joining. Oh, she's at the dentist. Ick. Yes, I was supposed to go this week, but I rescheduled. Let's see. Fenella says last 2 pair of reverse tweezers, no waiting. 2 pairs of reverse tweezers, pardon me, no waiting. Yes. Okay, so after we have that, I am going to use some double-sided adhesive. So I do want to preface this that you can use double-sided adhesive. I'm going to show you on my finished card. I used it to attach my butterfly, and that's fine. But I also used it where, it's kind of hard to show, where this mechanism touches the card and it popped up. So what I ended up doing was I adhered it with the double-sided adhesive, but when I was completely done, I put a line of liquid glue underneath, I folded it up, I clamped it with my tweezers, and I let it sit for a little bit so I don't have to worry about that butterfly popping off. That is just kind of probably an extra thing, but I have found sometimes with interactive elements, they don't always like to stay put. So we're going to put some nice, strong, double-sided adhesive on the center piece of the butterfly pop-up, right here and right here. We're going to start with that, and then if you flip it over, let's move those out of the way. Those are probably secure. If you flip it over, so on this side, we have the adhesive. We're going to flip it over, and on this piece and this piece, I'm also going to add some. And this is where it will attach to the card. And this is where, if you want extra security, I would probably put some liquid adhesive. Maybe when I'm finished putting the card together, I will show you that, how I did that. Let me see. Then I'm going to only peel off one side at a time. And you're going to take your butterfly piece and that tab right here that we did not ink, we're going to line up just to the center of the butterfly body and press that in place. On the other side, we're going to take the other half of the butterfly body and do the same thing, just like so. So here is how our element is looking so far. And how this works is, remember, we're going to make those 2 little boxes just like this. And that's how that mechanism will look. Now, before I fold those up completely, we want to add the body, which will hide the seam. Let me see, of our butterfly. I'm just checking the chat really quick. You guys, if I miss any questions, please either holler at me again, or honestly, Kelly will probably let me know. She's always good about letting me know. Let me check my phone. I don't think she has. But definitely at the end, I will answer questions. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay. So I'm going to take my bone folder. I just kind of try to fold the body along the score line first. And then we're going to, generally this works a little bit easier. There we go. Just like so. And then I usually flatten it out and crease it again. We want the fold in the butterfly body to work really well. You probably wouldn't have to go extra. I'm only going to put a little liquid glue on one half of the body to start with. And then you just want to kind of place it right there along the fold. I guess you could probably do both halves if you wanted. But to make sure that folds well, I would recommend making sure the body is in there really good and then just pinching it shut. That's going to ensure that it folds and that it's where it needs to go. And then before that glue dries all the way, I like to just kind of open it back up a little bit, just like so. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit for a second. Let me see if I have any questions. Yes, Linda says she needs to watch and replay. Hopefully doing it in real time and not having it sped up will help a little bit. Yes, Lori says this is an awesome release from Spellbinders. I totally agree. Kelly says she likes this one more than the one from Lawn Fawn. It's a little more delicate. Yes, it definitely is. In fact, I have to say I had considered comparing them, but the assembly took so long, I thought that that was going to be too much for our video today. Already our video is probably going to run over. So if you don't like that, I'm really sorry, because I know some people really, really don't like when the videos run over an hour. Sorry, guys. All right. I want to show you, I folded up one of these. I like liquid adhesive for this little part of the tab. So it's going to fold in. There we go, like that. The glue is going to go on this portion of the tab like so. So I did it on one side. I definitely think you want to do this part first and don't try to fiddle with it when it's inside your card. Take it from me, I did it wrong the first time. Let me see. It's the Little Things in Card Making wants to know if the Barely glue gives you less wiggle time. I don't think so, but I do think that it dries pretty quickly. So I have glue on that tab, and I am taking time. Normally in videos, this is where I would cut out a lot of things because it can sit and dry, but you guys are getting to see like the dry time portion of this. So that glue is on there. This is probably just me being extra, but I want the glue to I want the tab to stay put. This is what I did. So those tabs stayed put is I put my tweezers to clamp that in place so that I could be sure that my butterfly mechanism was staying put. Let me see. Okay, Christine says she has found that the Barely glue has a little bit less wiggle time, but she still prefers it to most other glues. I would probably agree with that. I had actually had to replace mine, and I'd been gone back to using like Ranger Multi-Matte Medium, which is what I used a lot before. Plus, I think I maybe used, I want to say Lawn Fawn or Honeybee. Those glues tend to all be about the same. And I did find all of those dried a little bit slower. This does dry a little bit quicker, and I have such a lack of patience that I really like that it dries quicker. Oh, good. Brandy says she has the day off, so she's able to catch a live. All right. I am going to move those out now, and we're going to put our pop-up inside. And we're just going to start with one half. I'm going to peel off one side of the backing paper, like so. I've already scored my card. You kind of figure out where you want this to go, and it's going to go on one side of the seam. So this is where I was saying, oh, and you want to also make sure that your wings are going to stay within. So I need to probably move it down a touch. If you want This is where I'm going to add a little liquid adhesive. I'm just going to straight do it, even though I have adhesive there. And then just going to fold that down, and you can see how it folds down so nice. Just going to kind of pop it down in place. We're going to peel off the other side. And please keep in mind, you do not have to add liquid adhesive here. I have just found that I think over time they stay put better if you have that. And then I'm going to simply fold my card into that butterfly. And it's not going to stay put because the liquid glue. You guys, this is the magic of video. It's so fun. Okay, let me start over. Luckily, it's still wet. So what we're going to do is just do it like so. And then my tweezers, my favorite thing. We're just going to hold that there. Kelly says, we love your extra. Thank you, Kelly. That makes me so happy. Let me see. Oh, good. The Cheery Crafter says she's always been a little intimidated by pop-up cards, but this makes her feel like she can do it. I hope so. I think it just requires a little show and tell, honestly. I always do better with show and tell. So I want to show you guys the rest of the butterflies for the inside of the card. We'll do as many as we can here today. I know that, like I said, the time has gotten a little bit over, so if you guys have to go, I understand. So I'm going to show you this first. This is the layering butterflies. This is another butterfly set from the release. It's going to have the butterfly shape, the detail, so you'll die cut one from one color of cardstock, and then you can use the dies together to do a layering piece if you want to. Plus it has like the butterfly body. Here is the other styles. We're going to use all of them. So here is the other one of the other styles. Plus the butterfly body for that one. I love that they're just so customizable in all different sizes and shapes. Thank you, Christine. She wanted to remind everyone to hit the thumbs up. It helps me so much, and I do appreciate it. And then there is this size right here. Now, I did ink up all of mine, so we will do that here in just a second. I just want to show you the dies since so many of you were asking about the different sets. This set is separate from the pop-up, but I think, let me show you here on the finished card. See how it just really complements them really beautifully. Now, for this part, so I was talking about this. Let me grab the stamp set. I did do the stamping off camera to save some time today. This is the stamp set. It does coordinate with some of the dies. I'm going to show you the dies that I used. I used this one, and then there is a teeny tiny one. I'm going to use those two today. Let's just go ahead and take our vellum butterflies out here. There's also the bodies for those. So in addition, so there are, and then there is this size as well. I know my package is not the nicest. This is going to coordinate with the biggest one. It just was too big for the front of my card. But I wanted to show you also in this set, this is the size I used for the A2 sized shaped card, or you can just use that butterfly shape on your A2 card plus the little bit smaller shape and the butterfly bodies. So you're going to get all those sizes in this one. This is the set that will coordinate back to the stamp set if you want to. I hope that helps maybe a little bit. Okay, let me move that out of the way. Let's take a look at our card and see. Oh, my butterfly body did not glue down very good, but I can fix that. But my butterfly is secure. I probably didn't give that quite enough dry time. We're going to do that while we ink up some of these other butterflies. Oh, you guys want to know the dumb thing I did? Remember Remember how I said if you want to do anything on your card, you should do it before you add the pop-up inside? Dang it! I meant to stamp this. We're going to try to do it anyway. If I mess it up, I'll redo the card off camera, but I can pull my butterfly off right now before I ruin it. Ah! Darn it. I knew I would forget something. Let's just see if we can make it work. We're going to try. If it goes wrong, you guys, that is real life. This is the Clean Line Stacks stamp set. This is new from the Simon Says stamp. Good Luck Charm Release. Let's not have that black ink right there. Please work. Oh, sorta. Not great. Oh, yes. It's not bad. We're going to go with it. Okay, normally do that before you add your pop-up. Darn it. Okay, you guys are getting to see the real life. Thank you. I'm glad you guys get to see that because this is like how it really happens. Only you don't get to hear what I normally say or my yell of anger at myself. All right. Let's just lay that guy right there to dry a little bit because it's a little wet. Let's ink up the rest of our butterflies real fast. I think I did yellow and orange for this one. I suppose I need more ink. And for these, they are not going to fold or anything like that, so we can completely just ink them. I am not going to secure the wings all the way down, kind of like I did for the pop-up, so I'll show you that. I'm just going to take a little glue and go down the center of the body. Christy says, thanks for keeping it real. I try. Real is what normally happens here. You guys, the edited videos always don't show you all of the things that go wrong, which is funny. But I think it's important to note that things do go wrong often. And I shouldn't say wrong. I don't think wrong is probably the right, because I think a lot of times you can kind of make it work out, if that makes sense. Cheryl says you have no idea how many times I've done that. Oh, every time too. I am so used to adding layers that I think I forget when I'm trying to do something kind of flat. I want to add the rest of the color here and move my stencil mat out of the way, I think. So this was like the little bit of purple, and then we'll do, I think, a little red on the final butterfly. I think that's what I did. But I love these layering details over the top. Let's go ahead and move that. Of course, that's not going to go back. There we go. And let's take a little of this. Real and extra, Susie says. Yes! I love it. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not the only one. You guys made me feel better about that. All right, I am going to just, I love my stencil mat. I don't mind that it's stained, but it really is not pretty to look at. Let's just move these guys off of here. I think we're all done ink blending for the day. Let's grab our card and our butterfly. Happy mistakes, Monique says. I love that. Kelly says she's noticed that when card makers fix something, they like it better. I agree with that. Happy accidents, Bob, as Bob Ross said. Yes, I agree. I think we should probably look at it as happy accidents. That's a great way to put it. Shimmer vellum would be beautiful for the layer, Tracy. I will tell you, I did do a sample with vellum for these layers, and I felt like it just curled up too much. It's probably the liquid glue, so I didn't love it. All right. But I think for these, it would be gorgeous. I'm going to put a little glue on the butterfly bodies, and then we're going to attach those to our card. And I felt like, come here, card, the butterflies just added a little bit extra to that inside. This is a card where the inside is definitely the more decorative piece. I don't do that very often, but it is fun to kind of have that surprise inside the card. We'll just secure these. We only have a couple little things left. Thank you, guys. Annette says she loves the background. Thank you. There's a question about Pink Fresh or Pawsitively Saturated. They are both really, really good. I would recommend either one of them. I would just pick one. Maybe you've seen the colors and there's one that speaks more to you than the other. I will say Pawsitively Saturated are going to have a few additional properties. The Pink Fresh inks are going to be, they're a dye ink. They do ink blend beautifully. I've used them tons for ink blending. But the Pawsitively Saturated are going to blend a little easier. They just have a little bit different makeup to them. So I would say that's probably the only thing. But both colors are beautiful. I highly recommend either brand. And let's see, how do we want to put this guy? We about have our inside done, and then the front is super easy now that I have my greeting. And there we go. I do need to fix the body. Please ignore that part, but I will glue it back down when I can clamp it and hold it shut. But I just think it's so much fun to open it and see the butterfly pop up. I hope you guys love that, and hope that gives you an idea of how to put it together easy. Okay, front. So super easy, you guys. I used the coordinating stamp set with the dies, and I did 2 little vellum butterflies. So we have vellum butterflies. Let me grab their bodies and my sentiment strip, and that is pretty much it, except for a few little embellishments, but I can add those off camera. And this little body piece is so tiny. Look how tiny that little body piece is for the little guy. So we're going to just add, I stamped and embossed the butterfly with clear embossing ink on vellum and embossed with white. I'm a big fan of white on vellum, and I thought that it would really be showy with the rainbow behind it. So that was kind of my thinking there. Oh, my leg's fallen asleep. And we're going to put a little glue just like so. And then I'm just going to put my butterflies kind of down here on the front. It's a little thick, so I'm going to use my tweezers to hold that shut. And then let's just glue this guy here. And, oh, I think I did it opposite. That's okay. There's really no right or wrong way. I just wanted a couple of cute little butterflies. And then for all of you who notice when I don't use my hearts, we're going to use a heart today to adorn this little guy. Just like so. And then did I keep it in here maybe? Oh, I did. I'm just going to grab a little foam adhesive. This sentiment strip also comes from the new Simon Says Stamp Clean Line Stacks stamp set. The stamp set matches the tiny butterfly die cut. Yes, it sure does. And I can show you that one more time if you'd like for me to. And then I'm just going to pop that up there. So that was my only like little extra layering. I did add a scattering of Gold Star confetti because it's flat. So on the front and on the inside, I will do that for this one to finish it off as well. But just kind of to show you that finished. And let me grab, so here is the stamp set. And then this is the die set that matches, and it has like two big, the medium, a small, and the extra small come in this set. I hope that kind of helps and answers that. Annette says her husband just told her that she needs to stop spending, and then she found this. Oh, that's funny. Cheryl says it's not a Nichol card without the heart. That's so funny. Thank you. So yeah, that's just, ta-da! I love the little pop-up. I hope you guys love it too. I hope that kind of helps explain it and show it in real time. Does anybody have any questions? Let me see. Debbie says to use the Card Creator butterfly set, I'm sure is what you mean. Do you need a larger cutting machine like a Platinum? I used the the standard 6-inch, and I also used the big one. So I think it would work in either one. Vanessa said she just went crazy on the Hero Arts. That is so funny. Let me see. Thank you guys. If I missed any questions, can you let me know? Let me flip the camera around, or if you need to see anything. Cheryl, my January mail video is coming. I am a little bit behind on so many things because of my knee. The purple color of ink I use, Linda, is called Sweets. It is this one, which I know it totally looks pink, but I think it looks purple when inked. So. Kelly, Tim's new color. I can't say. It's a secret until Saturday. Emma says, when is the next Christmas card video? Next week. I haven't decided what day I'm putting it up yet. Let's see. Yep. The silver tweezers. Spellbinders. I'm thinking you mean these. Let me look. These are Spellbinders, and these are Honeybee. I just used any of the reversed tweezers that I had. Okay. Oh, good. Christine gets a 3-day weekend. That is awesome. I love it. All right, you guys. I'm planning, I believe I will be live next Friday unless I have to leave town. I haven't decided if I'm going or not because of my knee. I have a memorial service to attend, but I might not be going because it's quite a ways to travel, and I just haven't decided yet. So at this time, I am planning on being live next Friday morning. If not, I will definitely let you know right away. I can tell you already, it's going to be a Lawn Fawn video. Their release comes out next Thursday. So it will be new spring release product. I will likely be putting a poll up soon, probably this weekend sometime, maybe kind of gauging what your interest is from the new release, what you would like to see used in that video. So definitely check that out, vote. I love when you guys vote because it definitely helps kind of direct where I think your interest might be for what I should do next. Let me see. Lawn Fawn, yay! Emma says good. Yeah, long drives, not good. I'm only going to go if my brother goes with me, and we're waiting to see if he can get his schedule changed. So I'm not going by myself. I've already determined that would not be a good idea, but I might go. My uncle passed away here at the end of January, so I would really like to see my aunt, and that would be the only reason I would leave to go. Let me see. Okay, you guys, I think that is it. If you have any additional questions, definitely drop me a comment underneath this video. Replay crew, oh my gosh, you guys, I forgot. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate my replay crew so very much. It means the world to me that you guys watch this video later on. Definitely, if you have any questions, drop me a comment down below. Look for the poll coming for what we should do for Lawn Fawn, because I'm really excited about that. I already know, I think, what you guys are going to vote on. We'll see if I'm right. And other than that, have a fantastic weekend. Do something crafty, and we'll see you later. Bye, everyone. The supplies used in today's video are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here is another project that you might be interested in. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss a new live video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll catch you next time.